A little while ago I posted on Blue Sky that I wanted to play a pirate survival sim with boat and base building, as well as trade mechanics. Obviously there's lots of Age of Sail games out there, but I couldn't find any that have the exact vibe I'm looking for. Then I kind of stumbled on this game, Forgotten Seas. It's currently in development by a husband and wife team, and that brings to mind Mountain Blade. I don't know if y'all played that, but that was also initially developed by a husband and wife team. Those who have played it know that the graphics really aren't the best. Like, it doesn't have the most advanced graphics out there, but its gameplay loops and systems are really satisfying. And so the question is this game just as satisfying, or at least will it be as satisfying once it's complete? The stories are one of two pilots from the 1940s who crash lands here in the Bermuda Triangle. And when you wake up, you're in this parallel dimension where, you know, pirates basically rule the seas. See, there's our plane wreck right there. It's a survival game, so, you know, it's got those thirst and hunger meters. It's like right down at the bottom there, flanking the C, J, and Y hotkeys. There's also health and stamina to the left and right of the hotbar. And there's kind of a weather system. So, like, it'll start storming and storms will actually damage you and stuff like that. Like, you gotta have shelter if you want to survive. Cooking and crafting is also pretty intuitive. So here, let's make a campfire real quick. Basic campfire needs 4 sticks. Just need 1, craft. It takes a few seconds. And then what we gotta do here is, you know, hit use. We can put it anywhere we want. Let's put it here. Sure. Here's our journal where we can basically read up on the story and like how to actually play, stuff like that. You can see our objectives, our quests basically. You can see the map, which I have another playthrough, so it kind of shows more of the map. Otherwise, we'd only be right here. We got a level, so let's hit Y, and here we can just assign points if we need to. As you do things out in the world, you'll find books. No, you'll find pages which you can make books, and that will increase your skills. And stat points, we just, you know, as we go up in levels, we get 1 stat point per level. Let's get energy. This guy, our water barrel. Let's set this down on the water. Basically, this will get us seawater, salt water, and then we have to purify this salt water at the campfire, which where do we put it? Over here. Okay, so the quest thing wants us to make some fresh water. Let's grab some of this salt water and put in sticks and the water. It takes 1 stick or 1 fuel source to make 1 anything. So if you're boiling 20 stacks of water, you're gonna want 20 stacks of sticks. Hi, turtle. Hi. You don't have to push me around, thanks. And then you can see the timer there, how long it'll take the water to boil. We'll come back once it gets there. Let's do a little fishing with my knife. This is gonna take forever. Alright, we got 3 raw fish. See, okay, we got some water now. Let's first toss in the rest of our sticks and our fish, because we're gonna want to cook some fish. Oh, we got a shirt. Let's put that on. There we go, we're not quite so naked no more. Looks like we've also got a jaunty eye patch. Let's put that on. Har, yar! Oh, okay, we got these cargo crates, which we can... So loot is kind of strange in this game. Like, we'll have to click it and place it. And then we gotta smack it in order to get it to open up. Boop. And then it'll drop a bunch of stuff. So we got copper bars, planks. Oh, the pilot's log. Let's read that real quick. This is call sign Samson and Fireball. That's you, by the way. Samson's the male, and then Fireball's the female. Reporting from MTR 67B, airspace P171. We have lost control of the aircraft en route to investigate the pyramid sightings in quadrant Z23. Sudden strong winds. You're a Navy pilot, U.S. Navy pilot, by the way. Or one of 2 U.S. Navy pilots. It's kind of cool. Is our fish done yet? No, we got 40 seconds. Oh, we got 1. We got 1. So let's get it. Cooked fish complete. Now we gotta dry leather. So we gotta make a leather or drying rack. That takes 8 sticks or 5 sticks and 2 rope. Okay, let's set the drying rack up. Hooray! Now we can dry things. We can actually dry the fish instead of cooking them, but cooked fish is better because it gives you stamina regen. Okay, we need meat, or we need leather, so we unfortunately have to kill these turtles. Sad times. Can we make anything better? Like a spear, perfect. We need 2 more sticks. Let's try and stab him, or stab this one, and then try and go back to shore. Because I'm not trying to fight something way out here. Oh, turtles are slow, huh? Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. These are massive snapping turtles, by the way. As you can see, stuff like the sticks and stones, they kind of just regenerate infinitely, so we can always have sticks and stones, should we want it. We need hide. These will turn into leather. Takes about a minute. Okay, we got this axe, so let's chop down some palm trees. This will give us sticks and fiber. Actually, the raft needs logs, doesn't it? Yeah. So we should probably chop down... Oh, we need 3 leather. Okay, so we gotta kill 2 turtles. We'll wait till he's up on shore. But logs, you can get logs off of this driftwood. Alright. More rawhide. Oh, and if you're hurt, just hang out by the fire and you'll start regenerating faster. Okay, wants us to craft a warboat and a spear instead of a raft. But we don't quite have... I think we need to level up first before we can craft a warboat. Oh, maybe we need a workbench. 10 sticks, 4 rope. Okay, let's make some rope. Okay, now we can make a warboat. We need 5 rope. Oh, we need to make a poison-tipped spear. Right. Then once we got those, we gotta travel to checkpoint Deadman. So checkpoint Deadman, like again, if this was a brand new playthrough, you could just see this part of the map. Or here, let's zoom in. You would see just this part of the map. It's obviously just north of us. This is pretty much where we can set up our very first base. Plates. Bloop. So there's the controls. X is mount, E is storage, and R is repair. Let's put some stuff into storage, like the heavy stuff. Plank, that. These 2 definitely need to go in there. This is these are repair kits and cannonballs, which they should be in the boat's inventory to be used. Okay, what we want to do now is pick up everything, because this doesn't need to be here. We want to bring all this stuff with us. It's interesting that it's U for options, and then you just drop item if you want this item back. And if you have a storage open like this, you can hit merge in order to get stuff that matches over on the other side, like that. See, like all our stuff went over, or some of our stuff went over. All right, let's get in this. Our sailing's pretty good. You'll see in the bottom left corner, like it says match sail position, and you basically have to shift it until it matches. Like there's a little X and then a check mark, and basically that'll boost your speed. So here we're going, 7-ish knots. What's kind of cool is you can zoom in and out, like see how this is pretty far out. Or you can go right over the till to show that you're the one in charge. Or at least you're the one piloting the boat. So there's some sharks over there. We can right-click to use the scope, or our spyglass, and target them. Like when we mouse over it, it'll shift the target. You can also hit T to change targets, but that's kind of iffy. Like it just randomly goes. This is a much better way to target things. And then V to fire. Bonk. Take that, shark. Alright, here's Deadman Island. There's a little bottle here at the southern tip that we need to pick up, but otherwise we're going to go to the other side. This is Jim from Fort Pangea. If you're reading this message, you have reached your checkpoint. Check your objectives, for I may have an important mission for you. Open the objectives in your journal for more information. Remember that you belong to another world. This world is not our home. We must figure a way out of here and back to our families. Your mission for this island is to extract the secret ingredients for building a ship in a bottle, an art that was lost centuries ago. This island has Lostons. Lostons are practically ghosts to us. Lostons are deadly remnants of pirates from the past, and they show up at night. Prepare well, you need to extract their ectoplasm and combine it with storm ether from the maelstrom. Don't worry, I'll explain it later. First, remember your survival training. Look for anything useful. Barrels, fish pools, flotsams, and food. A shelter, a trusty tool, and a campfire are your friend. Hope you remember how to make firewood and build a good fire. Sticks can burn, but not well. Try to lay low. Dread pirates patrol the seas and have cut off our trade route. Let's save our spawn point. Save your spawn to this location. When you die, you spawn in a nearby ship or a bed. If you don't have either, you will spawn here. Gotcha. So this is actually one of the trading ports, and I'll get into that with the other character. Right now I want to go over the primitive stage of this game. Alright, so the first thing we probably want is shelter. So let's make this little tent, which we need sticks, fiber, rope. Okay, let's put our tent down. At some point it's going to storm, and we were going to really want this shelter. Alright, we've got our advanced campfire down, but this doesn't take sticks for fuel, so it just doesn't burn. This actually needs firewood, and to get firewood, we're going to need to make a chopping stump. Okay, and here's our chopping stump. It just took one log to make, and we just pop in more logs. We just throw logs in there, see like it pops up, and then we hit it with an axe to start actually getting firewood. When the logs stop showing up, it means you're out of logs. There we go. So let's grab these sticks back and put our firewood in. It still takes 1 for 1, so you're going to want a lot of logs. I really don't want this basic campfire. Let's just put it down, and then what we'll do is we'll just destroy it. That should give us our materials back. So right now we gotta get Sir Jim's note and shipwreck loot, which is going to be up here. Before we go up there, we're going to want a stone and skeleton key. And we need more stone. Of course we do. Of course we do. The music's super calming, as you can hear. I feel like it's a little bit off because it should be, I don't know, more pirate-like, I guess? But I don't know, that's just me. Also, we've been picking up sea glass here, which we need for crafting, and it'll be useful for us later for trade. I forgot, we got a bunch of stuff that we need to put down, so let's make this box, or this chest. Let's plop it down right here, and then shove all the stuff we don't need into it. So like this sea glass point, like all of our crafting stuff, we just don't need it right now. Oh, if you want to switch stuff quickly, there's right click to just move it over, like in one batch, or if you want like a certain number of it, just drag it over, and then you get this dialogue. Alright, let's go up here and grab the treasure. There's also this chicken here, which we can either cook, or we can have it make eggs for us. Okay, so there's these treasure chests. To open them, you need to equip a skeleton key, and that's the stone key we made earlier. Alright, so this sloop in a bottle, it's basically, like it says, it's a ship in a bottle. Equip and press. So we have to actually put it in a slot here. Let's put it in 4. It's in our hands. Yay! Little shippy. Face the ocean and click or press V. Whee! Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Rising out of the ocean. That's pretty much how ships are handled in this game. I think there is shipbuilding, but that's later on down the road. Let's grab these two. We don't really want this warboat anymore. Alright, our ship. Our first ship. Let's put these in there. Oh, we gotta read Sir Jem's note. If you're reading this, you may have found my special sloop in a bottle. Take good care of it. Use it to defeat enemy ships. If you need crew, look for stranded crew near small islands. An enemy merchant ship may also be carrying some of our crew hostage. Cool. Thanks, Jim. So earlier I was saying that sailing feels pretty good. Like it takes time for you to speed up. Oh, here we go. So you can see we're going 4 knots, 5 knots. But if we shift the sails to the correct position, we'll speed up. We'll speed up even more once we hit this mermaid. Well, not hit, we'll just do a little drive-by. Alright, so winds change, we gotta shift the sails again. Just gotta turn 1 to the left, and then we'll get prime wind yet again. So sailing's pretty good. The only problem I have with it is that if you hit reverse, you instantly stop, and I don't like that. It doesn't feel quite right. It should take time to slow down. That's my opinion anyways. Hopefully they implement it. One thing I gotta say about the buffs in this game, from the food buffs, is that they're really, really short. Like, this was only, what, 3 minutes? 5 minutes? Something like that? Like, okay, fine. Like, the stamina one's okay, but there's other buffs that are, like, you know, plus weight, and it's only 2 minutes, which, that's useless. Actually, now's a pretty good time. Let's switch over to the other character, just so I can show you, like, base building and stuff like that. Okay, here's my 30th level Samson. He still got his eye patch, because, you know, he got stabbed in the eye by a crab or something. He's got his dapper striped shirt. The beast has risen. So we got these giant tentacles here surrounding the island, and they'll smack you if you try and leave. I mean, you can kind of get through in between them, but it's kind of a pain. We are here, by the way. Like our other character is down here. There's all these hidden islands around us that we have to do certain things in order to get them to appear. You can see up in the top right corner, just underneath the mini-map, there's like this timer thing of stuff that's happening. Those things like the Fort Penji invasion is happening. There's 8 minutes left. There's the Beast invasion, which is 16 minutes left on that. Merchant fleet, which is down here. Actually, these are actually pirates. There's 30 minutes left on that one. Anyway, let's go through the base. Here's our workbench. This is where we make trade goods. So we create crates, and then we pack crates filled with goods. Like we can make some rum if we wanted. Actually, how much rum do we have? We got exactly 15. Okay. We're not making any more rum. Because we don't have enough sugar. I mean, we've got enough sugar, but I want to save that. For right now, what we do need, I think, is more crew stuff. Let's go over to the boat. So here we got apprentice crew. You know, we place... So we don't, like, have NPCs, like, you know, Gruffy Thunderpants that we hire to, like, man the cannons or anything. We just have this crew item that we place in here. And when we hop in it, we just kind of populate. Like, we can't actually talk to this guy. He's just there. Which, you know, I appreciate. Like, even though it would be nice to have, like, a person that you can talk to and have skills that you level up or whatever. I think this is nice because it makes things kind of easy to deal with. Like, there's no complications. Like, we don't have to worry about if this guy dies or whatever. Okay, anyways. In order to get them to work and do stuff, we need crew supplies. But yeah, we need more crew supplies because we're down to 16 and we need more. Okay, so to make crew supplies, we need rum, sea biscuits, and copper cannonballs. That should make us 2 stacks of crew supplies, so about 40 crew supplies. Okay, so back to this packing workbench. I was saying that this makes trade goods. I've already gone ahead and made 2 of them, or 4 of them, technically. Like 2 crates of plants and then 2 crates of sea glass. In order to do trade, we need to go to this pier, which is the north side of Deadman's Island. On the other character, we had built a shelter right next to it. But before we do that, we have to kill the pirate blockade that's here so that ships will actually show up in port. So let's go do that real quick. Alright, let's try and sneak by this. We're trying not to get hit by these things. Okay. Where's the trade blockade? I think it's that guy over there.
Fire!
Take that.
Fire! Fire!
That was a perfect broadsides, gentlemen. Good job, sir. Good job, sir. And you too, good job, sir, even though you were manning that cannon. One thing I'd like to have for this view, the most zoomed out view, I wish it would go up to the top. Like at the top of the main mast should be usually a crow's nest. I'd like the POV to go up to that point. Like, you know, here in the closest view, you're like over the till as opposed to in front of your guy, which is very nice. I like that. In the same breath, it should be up. The furthest one should be up in the crow's nest. I really like this view the best. The problem is there's this bar here that kind of interrupts it. It would be nice to adjust it so it's just a little bit higher over the till. That way we have a much better view of the deck. You know, the sailing mechanics aren't terribly realistic with the shifting sails, but that's okay, I think. Like, I don't need it to be a simulator necessarily. Although I would like it for it to be. Like if it was like Raft where you needed to follow wind in order to go fast. But then again, like if you're chasing down a cargo thief and you have to tack headwind into it, that's kind of a headache, and I don't really want to have to deal with that. So I like the simple gameplay, the simple sailing gameplay. I think it's good enough. I really like the design of the ships. They look really good. I could just look at these all day. All day. I can't wait to get like a much larger ship, like a big galley or something. I mean, sloops are nice because they're fast, but still. Big ships with big cannons. So, here's the tropical trader, but don't think of it so much as a shop, because it's not a shop. It's more like an investor or a bank. The way trade is in this game is like you don't go to shops like in a traditional, you know, survival game. Like here's our stall, which we buy from the investor. And this is where we put our goods in to sell. And this kind of simulates, you know, other ships coming here to buy our stuff. You can see it like populated just now. Eventually this will turn into gold and gold coins. And it's these gold coins that we trade with him. See, here's the exchange treasure. We exchange item and then pick all these gold bars. It turns into 620 gold. Like this gold isn't gold, if that makes sense. Like this gold isn't currency yet. It's more like a treasure that we turn into currency, which we have 59 doubloons and 74 stamps of, which... So these different currencies deal with the different factions. Like certain people will want things bought with doubloons. So let's sell these gold coins off real quick. And I'll show you. So if we go here to Tropical Trade Shop, like he wants gold. But there are other traders or other investors who will trade for doubloons instead, or gold and doubloons. Honestly, I would actually like to see physical trade ships coming to port, and then this transaction happens. The reason why that would be cool is there's pirate ships everywhere, but no actual trade ships. Like, I would like to see like emergent gameplay happening where trade lanes opening means pirate ships coming to those trade lanes and interrupting trade. And so you have an incentive to go kill pirates because they're interrupting your trade. Maybe a trade ship has an SOS because it's got goods that they bought, or it's got your gold in it. And then to get your gold, you gotta go save them from the pirates. Like, that would be cool. That'd just be really cool to have. So these treasure clues, if you combine 3 into 1, it makes a treasure map. And basically activating this puts a treasure somewhere. Like, you know, it'll put a red X here, and then we have to go over there, dig it up, and all that stuff. It's kind of interesting. And then what happens is you get these common treasure caches, which, you know, if you use, you place them and then you smack them and get treasure out of them. Bloop. Just like that. We got a bunch of stuff like map fragments, which, you know, you put the map fragments here in the cartography table, and they basically make a map. Ooh, we finally found a map fragment 9. We only need map fragment 2, and then we'll have 1. One day we'll have it. Here's a basic house I built. It's mostly out of bamboo, which you can get bamboo right over there. If you can see. There's bamboo here, about 30-ish. You can take these bamboo and you can dry them on the drying racks. And eventually you can make something like this, which took about 150, 200 bamboo. It's not too bad. Like, here's our treasure shelf thing. Basically, you find treasures, you put them in here. You could trade them for gold, but I think there's some kind of thing you get for getting all the treasures. We'll see. I haven't gotten that far yet. There's also this horse statue which goes in the treasury, which is a separate building. It's kind of like a bigger version of this display shelf. Up here is a bed, which we've made, and that doesn't really do much except advance time. You see in the top right corner next to the minimap is a little buff. This guy, cozy bonus. It's for coming close to the house. We get this. Oh, here's our crew haven board, which we can get some quests on. So, like, basically you can trade to different ports. So here on the map, way up here in the top left, is the northwest trade port. And we deliver daily objectives to it. So, here, trade goods shops, oil trade crate. Like, the daily delivery is oil. So, you know, we can buy 5 trade crates of oil and then go all the way up to the north to deliver them. Since we're here, we may as well get this daily delivery oil done, just so I can show you what it does. We just have to buy a bunch of these. So let's buy 5. Then we'll go over there and do some trading. I think what would be nice is if there was a separate inventory just for ship equipment and supplies, and then another inventory for, you know, cargo. Let's go make for the long journey up to the northwest. So there's these towers scattered around the map. See, this one's the Frost Tower. It's shooting at us because we're kind of close to it. It has a crap ton of health, and I really don't want to deal with it. Like, that's a lot of cannon fire. Like, if we fired it now... Oh, it's not even in range. Like, if we fire at it, it's just going to do, what, 1,000 maybe? So we're going to need so many supplies, so much stuff just to get it. Yeah, so, and we need, like, a specific weakness, a frost weakness to defeat the Frost Tower, which is kind of weird. You'd think it'd be a fire or whatever. But moving on. They'll keep firing at us until we're out of range. So those ships with the orange sails off in the distance, they're cargo thieves, or cargo stealers. And we want to get rid of them, because they come at you pretty fast. They grab your stuff and then dip out. That one spotted us.
Fire! Fire!
Oh wow, they're all coming at us.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Nothing quite like a good old broadside. Good job, portside gunner. Okay, trade port. Daily delivery oil. There you go. We got 25 doubloons. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff. Wow. We're up to 109 doubloons now. Nice. Very nice. And a trade contract. Use this contract to trade larger amounts of trade goods at the South Trade Port, which I haven't even unlocked yet. I don't know where it is. Probably here somewhere. There's really nothing else to do up here. Everything is done through this. I would actually like to, instead of seeing like a billboard, it'd be nice to like actually deal with someone. Like have a trade master over here that we deal with. Basically, I'd like this entire experience to be a lot more alive. That's my wish. Okay, we're stuck with no wind, which is, you know, it's crappy, but sometimes we gotta deal with no wind. Moving at a awesome 5 knots. So currently ship and melee combat are both pretty rudimentary, and they're looking into ways to expanding them. Like right now the enemies, let's try and get into a fight with this ghost here. They'll just kind of run at you and just attack you until they're dead, or you're dead. There's also a really generous parry window like you just saw there. And so like if you get burned down in a fight, you can just parry to do a little bit of heal. Here, let me show you. See, they smacked us for a little bit, but if we parry, we get some of that health back. All in all, it's pretty simple. There's no dodging or anything like that. It's just parry and hit. But like I said, the developers are looking to expand that. And yeah, hopefully it'll be good where they go. So is this a pretty fun game? I mean, I think it is. I find it really fun, and I've sunk in a bunch of hours already. It's got a lot of similar vibes to Mountain Blade, like I mentioned earlier. Especially the early days of Mountain Blade. You know, there's still a few bugs, even though the bugs we've experienced aren't very terrible. And certainly none that are, you know, game-breaking. Like, we're not crashing desktop or anything like that. And that kind of attests to the coder's skills. Like, if things are going to be that solid, even this early in development, then we know that it's going to be pretty smooth sailing most of the time. I'm really, really excited to see where the game goes and like how the systems are going to evolve and, you know, how things are going to progress in all. I mean, I highly recommend it. This husband and wife team is clearly making this because they love doing it. You know, they want to make an awesome game, and I feel like it deserves your money more than some AAA slop. Especially if that AAA game is trying to sell you loot boxes instead of an actually good experience. I've put links to their Steam store page and their Discord down in the description, so, you know, go check them out. And if you end up getting the game, let us know what you think down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.